Hello, everyone, and welcome to tonight's Get in Tune. I am Michael Gracia, and it's been a while since I've been here. I did a show the first week of January, and then I disappeared. I had a whole thing. I'll just tell you what's been going on. I had a whole thing like scheduled out for January, and then a couple of people had to reschedule. And I just said, I'm going to take January off and turn it into February uh, being off. Now, I'll tell you why. And if you follow me on Instagram, you may have seen me do a post about this, a reel actually. And what happened is back in October, I lost my job. The company closed, and I've been having a little trouble finding work. It's just the way of the artist. I'm doing some freelance here and there, so I'm not working, but I'm not doing regular work. And what I decided to do is I decided to form a publishing company, and that's where my work has really been busting my butt on. All my free time has been on there, and it's called Inkfairer Press. By the way, I haven't started any posting, but there is an Instagram, a Facebook, and a YouTube page. There will things be starting very soon. I was hoping to start posting this month on it, but it doesn't look like it'll start until April. I will be putting out. I got a few books ready to go. Some of them, they're based on my ideas right now, but I am going to be branching out and looking to publish other people. Who is that? I can't see. Oh, hey, how you doing, man? I can't see the names right now, but I recognize you. Hope you're doing well. But yeah, so I'm working on a few things. I got a tabletop role playing game in development. I got a children's book in development. I got something I've been working on for a while. It's a manga inspired, retro manga inspired, based on 70s and 80s giant robot stories. The reason I haven't what's it called, or I don't call it an actual manga, is because it reads in the Western style, from left to right as opposed to right to left. So anyway, let's bring on my guest tonight. I will, and yes, David, I will drop everything in the chat. I'd have to get the links, but everything is at Inkfairer Press. So if you go on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube, you can find me on Inkfairer Press. Now, I actually am thrilled to have my next guest on. He is a returning guest. I've always enjoyed chatting with him. He's a fantastic writer, and if you haven't watched the old episodes with him on, I think this is his third appearance, maybe. Definitely go back after this one and check it out. He's got a new Kickstarter up. We're going to look at it. It's right in front of me on my Cintiq here, so I'll be looking at it. But let's bring on John Escobales. Hey, how's it going?
Hey, what's up, man?
Not much. I got to be honest with you. It's weird for me doing this. I haven't done this in a while, and with how busy I've been lately, this is the first Wednesday. I'm not in bed by this time. So, I have been so exhausted with everything I do today. I don't want to say I took the day off, but I took it easier than most days.
Nice. You got to do that some days just to get caught up.
Yeah, that's actually what I was doing, was catching up on work. And I said, all right, I need a break. And I kind of never returned back to the studio. So, it's good to see you. Thanks for coming on.
Yeah, your intro kind of gave me the heads up. I was going to say how you been, but now I know.
Yeah, it's a little sad where losing the job I had. I'll be honest, you could actually go online and read about it. The parent company closed us down. I worked for an online art academy, and I was the faculty supervisor, 2D faculty supervisor. And I worked with so many great people. I'm not going to name drop people right now, but some really great character designers and storyboard artists in the industry and animators. And, you know, there were people who worked on like Magic the Gathering cards and D&D stuff, like really amazing, talented artists that some of them I've become very friendly with. And, you know, it's a little sad that I don't have regular contact with them anymore. And I worked with a bunch of great people. I had awesome bosses, and the parent company, you know, shut us down. That's the best way to put it. I don't want to go into other stuff because I believe there were some issues that
the struggle is real for art out there right now. That's for sure.
But, you know, I'm getting a little freelance work here and there. So, you know, I'm having money coming in, and not a lot. I will say that, because I am technically still on unemployment, and I'm also waiting for all the freelance projects to pay me. So nothing I can actually play, you know, yet.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, that's been it. But I'm busting my butt working on bringing Inkfarer Press to life, and the name's official. It's registered. I'm all good to go now.
Well, I'm looking forward to seeing it.
Yeah,
seeing what you put out.
Yeah, I will say I'm going to focus on family-friendly material. And
Are you? That's like a warning. You're warning me.
Listen, I know you don't always write that way or ever write that way, kind of. But no, you know what it is for me. I'll read anything. You know, I'll watch. Well, I won't watch horror, but I'll read anything, and I'll read. It could be, you know, very violent. It could be whatever it is. And I enjoy reading it. I don't enjoy drawing it. I don't enjoy writing that stuff.
Right.
So that's why I'm focusing on like an all ages, family friendly type of material, because it's what I like to produce. But it's not. It doesn't mean I don't enjoy reading them. Another company could do it, and I'll give them my money.
Right.
You know?
Do you have Keith and I's kids book?
I don't think I have your kids book. I have Road to Valhalla.
Right.
The first issue. I'm waiting to see you guys at a show, because I haven't been able to back a lot of Kickstarters lately, especially, you know, being unemployed. So
sure, yeah, I got
things have been the way it is. And so I'm hoping to see you guys at a show soon, and be able to pick some books up from you guys. But yeah, I only have the first Road to Valhalla, which was fantastic, by the way.
Oh, thank you.
And that was the Wendigo one, right?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. All right. Okay, yeah, I like that one a lot. And that travels over different time periods, am I correct? Like
it's kind of, yeah, no, it goes back and yeah, there's some flashbacks in there where they explain some of the backstory of some of the characters, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I remember talking to both of you about that and being like really excited. I love the whole Viking types of stories and all that.
Yeah, we like them too.
Yeah.
We've got another one in the cooker. You know, we're looking at a black and white magazine format that we're hoping to put out soon, hopefully. I don't know when Keith's gonna finish it, but the story's, you know, it's ready, and just a matter of him being able to find the time. He, you know, gets busy.
Yeah. No, exactly.
But yeah, we have a kids book, Battle at Granny's, that we did back when Keith's granddaughter was first kind of, maybe I shouldn't have said granddaughter, but but yeah, when his right around the time his granddaughter came into his life, and he was very inspired to do that. I helped him out with it, and you know, yeah, it's probably a bit. I have some people who love it, and I have some people who say, well, it's a little violent and scary for kids, you know.
You know, I will say that, first of all, I want to say hi to Che. He wrote a few times. I'm glad you're doing well, Che. Kids, number one, kids like to be scared.
Yeah, I think so.
They love that, and they don't have an issue with violence as much as I think parents do. And you gotta remember. Now, I will say I have a rule in my stories. Basically, the way I write is, if it wouldn't be in like Batman the Animated Series or Star Wars, you're not going to see it in my books. That's kind of my rule. So there is violence, there is fighting, there are things that happen because you need to have it. You know, you can't have, you know, what was that? Was it in How to Draw Comics the Marvel Way? I think where it says you can't have a story kind of without a gun. You know what I mean? Like you can't. I forget how Stan wrote it, but it was basically said you got to learn to draw guns because without guns, what conflict do heroes have to fight or something?
Right. There needs to be a threat. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, I'm not opposed to that stuff, but you know, like I was flipping through this, you know, Dragon Ball Z the other day. Not Dragon Ball Z, just the original Dragon Ball. Okay. And it's still on my drawing table, and you know, young Goku gets naked in this, and Bulma shows, well, you see her ass, but she's showing the front part to to Master Roshi. I actually just turned to the page.
Outrageous.
Yeah, I mean,
outrageous.
This is, you know, but you know, when you look at it, Japan has a different level of
it's just a cultural mindset.
Yeah, and this is from what the early mid 80s, I guess. I forget what year it originally came out, but 84.
Wow, I didn't know it was that old.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No. He's been well, he's gone now. Toriyama started, I think, in the late 70s, putting out some stuff. And
Wow.
but yeah, I was looking at this, and I'm like, because I'm like, it's a kid story. It's a martial art kid story for the most part, and it's you know, so I'm like, oh, and then I remember, oh my God, wait a second, you know, he doesn't understand the difference between boys and girls, and he taps areas with his hands and feet on men and women in here.
How did I miss it?
It's not super kid friendly by American standards visually.
Yeah, really.
But when you have a child who doesn't understand that stuff, I think that's how maybe they may act. You know, so again, it's cultural differences.
Yeah. Yeah, I think cultural differences are wildly interesting. I spend as much time overseas as I can. I love it.
Yeah, where do you go, if you don't mind me asking?
England, France. I've been to England, Paris, Italy, Ireland. I'm going back to Ireland at the end of April.
Nice.
Yep.
Nice. I know my wife's always wanted to visit those areas. You know.
Yeah, they're yeah, I think it's worth it. You know, it's a nice change.
Yeah.
And of course, the food is it's remarkable compared to.
I've only been to Spain, and that was for work purposes. But
it's on my list.
Food. I was in Madrid. Food was amazing, and I will say Madrid is very much like New York City, but with better architecture. That's the best. Yeah, that's the best way to say it. It's just what do we got there? Oh, hey George, he's watching. It says loves this shirt. So can't wait to get your book, John. All right.
Thank you,
George Medina, man. Thanks for tuning in, and we got to have a chat soon ourselves. I'll have to have you come on soon.
George is a busy guy.
Yeah, aren't we all here? So yeah, but so I don't. Did I ask you what you've been up to since last you've been on? I don't know if we got to that question yet.
Yeah, well, either way, yeah. Since last year, yeah, I just trying to surf the madness wave and writing, trying to get these books out, especially this one, the Royal, in particular,
which looks amazing, and we're going to talk about that very soon.
Okay.
But you were telling me, I mean, you mentioned Road to Valhalla. We did talk about that, and you were mentioning to me there's another book. And I forgot the title of it. If you could talk a little bit.
Monster or Master?
Yes.
Yes. Everybody keeps asking us about that. But now it's looking like it's got a home, and it's looking like it's going to be coming out.
That's great.
So, soon.
Is there anything you could share a little bit about? Or
well, it was originally like a 44 or 46 page comic or magazine size. I think now it's going to be more like a deluxe edition comic book size, though, and it'll still be black and white, and it'll be more like 54 pages.
Huh.
Yeah, it'll be three issues of that, and it's
3 issues at 54 pages, or 3 issues?
yeah,
Oh,
three issues at 54 pages each.
okay,
Yep.
cool.
And the same artist from the Philippines, Ka Imong, and it's it's Dracula, Frankenstein, and a Wolf Man, and in I think it's 1897 Japan, the last gasp of the samurai. So,
and you like writing period pieces, right?
I like history. Yeah, I'm a history buff. I like to get in there and get a handful of facts and then make the rest my own.
And what's your favorite time period?
Ooh, that's really difficult. That's hard, right? I mean, yeah, that's really hard. I think right now, anyway, having been so steeped in the royal, I think somewhere between the 16th and 18th century in France
Okay.
would be very interesting, especially specifically the South. I would like to be in the South. As a matter of fact, I'm trying to get over there now. I think the South is a fascinating part of France with lots of ancient history and lore, and that's kind of why I kind of based the royal there, based on some other historical stuff.
Yeah. Hold on, my mic seems to be a little far away from me here. Just want to bring it in a little closer. Sorry, I don't know. Have you been hearing me fine, or?
Yeah, I've been hearing you. Okay.
Okay, I just want to make sure. Just brought it a little closer. So anyway, wow. Now I'm just looking here. Now you're saying that this is a fantasy piece, in which most of your work is. I mean, it's in the realm of fantasy somehow.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But you seem to always, or at least from what I know, write some kind of monster into into stories.
Well, this one doesn't have monsters per se.
Okay.
There are monsters, but they're not. He's not. I don't want to give it away, but he's not fighting monsters really.
Yeah. Okay.
He's experiencing them.
Yeah. Well, we want people to back, so we're not going to give anything.
Yeah. Again, trying to be real careful about it.
Yeah. Always got, because I know there's always, you want to give away so much because you're excited about the story.
Yeah. It's hard to know where to start and when to stop.
Now, is this book like officially done or almost done? Where
the first issue is in process. You can see the first 10 pages on the Kickstarter campaign.
Okay.
And a lot of people keep asking, is it going to be in black and white? A lot of people seem to like it in black and white, and who knows, maybe we'll print a copy in black and white and another in color. But it seems like the majority of people that we've been showing it to over the last year prefer it or they think it'd be a bigger book in color,
Okay.
And Brendan Albetski, the artist on it, he's got a real unique view when it comes to not only just the art and the way he lays it out and the storytelling, but color as well. He's the guy's a hustler, and he's a killer with the color, and he's killer with the layouts. Yeah, and he's quick. So not to give anybody the idea to try and rip him, steal him away from me until we're done with this. This book, the Royal is supposed to run. We're shooting for a 5-issue arc, but we want it to be like a regular series. It's going to be 5 issues. The first story will be 5 issues, and then we'll go on to another arc. That's the plan. Oh, there we go. Who's that?
It's George.
Oh, George. Where is that? It's very unique. Yeah, it's almost like he's got a lot of anime influence, but he's also able to pull from Savage Sword and mainstream comics as well.
Yeah. Hold on, my mouse. I'm sorry. I have 3 monitors here. I'm trying to find right.
Take your pick.
Right here. All right. I just want to put on the Kickstarter.
Oh, there you go.
So people can see. Yeah. No, I was really impressed with the art as I look, and unfortunately, you guys, I'm gonna drop the link into the chat here. Sometimes it says to me, like, I put the Inkfera Press in there, and it said could not go out to all channels. This is on YouTube and Facebook right now, so I don't know which one it's not going to, but I'm putting the Kickstarter link in and let's see, it didn't give me an issue on that there. So the Kickstarter link should hopefully have gone to both. But if not, just go to Kickstarter and type in the Royal, and you could back it and follow along with me here. But yeah, unfortunately, I can't play the video. It's something with a Mac. I don't know if it's been figured out. I haven't tested it, but we'll give that a try. So anyway, I love this here. Savage action and dark brooding fantasy for pulp readers, fans of Ari Howard and his Conan, Game of Thrones, and the Templars here.
Yep.
So, number one, right up my alley. Love it. This is the type of stuff I like to look at. And I love, I do love his artwork here. I like this a lot.
Thank you. He's definitely unique.
Yeah, he's got great characters here. And this is nice. I like the way he waved because I'm assuming he did this. What's his name? Brendan?
Brendan, yep.
Yeah, Brendan. Did he do the text on here? I like the waviness. So it makes the paper.
Oh, the wanted poster?
Yeah.
Oh, actually, yeah. No, well, that's his art on there, but my daughter did the poster.
Okay, cool. Okay.
Yeah, she's very good as well.
So this way I don't go just in and read. Can you tell us a little bit about the story?
Yeah, essentially it's three guys who roll into a small village, but it's a fortified village. It's an old village with a wall around it from back in the plague, even before the plague days. And eventually the king had been tearing down those walls, but somewhere along the way, different kings come and go, and they lose track of these things. So this village still has the wall, and they roll in there, and these three guys end up impersonating priests, and they end up. Let me give you the $3 pitch first.
Yeah, okay.
I always start with the $3 pitch. The $3 pitch is it's like Conan the Barbarian impersonating a priest on a season of Game of Thrones.
Okay.
So he's wandering through the whole season, just wreaking havoc, and that's basically what these guys get up to. They get up to some havoc, and eventually it blows up in their face. And the opening of the book is them on the run. And trying to escape the king's soldiers that are tracking them down, but they're also in the same at the same time they're trying to find one of their friends that was abducted. The main character's name is Grandier, and the person who was abducted was his wife.
Okay.
So that's him right there.
Yeah. Now
these guys were modeled. Grandier is modeled after Oliver Reed in the old Ken Russell film The Devils, which is. You can find it around every so often, but it's been banned for so long that it's difficult to find, but not impossible.
I've never
book, you never saw it?
No.
It's it's considered the guy who did Ken Russell did I think he did Tommy for Who. So it's got that same kind of spastic feeling.
Okay.
And but it's based on a true story. About a character named Grandier from the 16th century. My bad. My story takes place in the 13th century, but this story, but the original, his Grandier's story, the original guy, was in the 16th century, and he was basically burned at the stake for commiserating with demons and using consorting with the devil to possess other people, supposedly, allegedly. And the village Ladoun is a real place. You can go there. It's just south of Paris. You can go there, and the church is still there, and a lot of other things.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, pretty wild.
I'm not really a traveler, but I'm like, I want to travel the world. I'll go to Epcot. That's kind of how I am.
Yeah, that's where it started.
For you?
That's how it started. Yeah, my wife loved going to Disney in Florida, and eventually I just thought, I need to see the real thing.
It's funny because I would love to, and I think really what stops me mentally are my health issues.
Oh, okay.
I have, I've said on here I'm a kidney transplant recipient and things, and I think I just get nervous traveling. God forbid I get sick, something happens. But I would love to see certain parts of Europe. I'd love to go to Japan. Growing up, I did martial arts for years, so I have a lot of like, I don't want to say Asian culture, but that kind of stuff that stems from my studies of martial arts, kind of still in me, even though I don't practice because of, again, my health issues with arthritis and stuff. I would love to just kind of see where some of the stuff that was so influential in my childhood, started.
Right. Yeah, sure. I've had friends who've gone over to China and stayed, I don't know how long it was, 2 months or 2 weeks, sometimes 2 months, training at the Shaolin Temple. I've had other friends go to Thailand to train in kickboxing.
That's cool.
The Philippines, yeah, definitely. I always wanted to do that, but I just never got around to it. But I still do train.
Yeah, I'm trying to do a little Tai Chi, simple stuff.
It's a good start. Yeah.
I mean, listen, I was the guy who, like, literally, it was a daily part of my life. And when I busted my knee at 21, things started to go downhill. But when I had my second transplant in 2011, and I they had to shock my system with high dosages of steroids and stuff to kind of restart my immune system, it left me. I went through steroid withdrawal, and it left me with arthritis in my knees and hips that I have bad balance now, and I'm not who I was.
Sure, yeah, I got you. None of us are, yeah.
Yeah, and I would love to get back into martial arts if I could, but so I'm just trying to start small with some simple Tai Chi. What do we got here? Chase says, I'm the creator of Johanna. Oh, the ballerina. Yes, I remember chatting with you. Yes. Cool stuff. So, okay, let's get back to the characters. We got David and Henry. Let's talk about them.
So Aiden, David, and Henry, the three of them grew up together in a monastery after their fathers were killed in the Crusades. So, so they're the only family they've known, and so they find themselves in a situation where they're on the run, and they end up stumbling into impersonating these priests in this town, Ladun, in France.
Okay.
And it kind of gives you a little bit about each character. David's he's the guy who tries to keep things organized. He doesn't like chaos. Okay. And Henry's, he's a big guy, so he's kind of the protector. Aiden is the odd man out. He's the guy the story's mostly about.
Okay.
He becomes the head priest in the town, and he ends up becoming the rock star. And he's never had that experience before, so it's a little shocking for him.
Yeah, no, I like the designs a lot. You can really tell, like when you said this guy is the organized one, he has that look that he doesn't really care, and that, but he has things that are important to him and focus, but like just an everyday type of being around people. Like I get that feeling he doesn't give a crap about them really,
Who, David, you mean?
David. Yeah, David.
Yeah, David's disciplined, and if you're not going to do what you say you're going to do, he's got no time for you.
I like that. I like his facial expression here. Let me see. Yeah.
I think David's constantly shocked at some of the stuff he has to endure, from humanity in general.
Yeah. And I love even it's just simple digital painting here. I haven't seen it in color yet, but I'm totally cool with the black and white look here with this grayscale stuff. I think it looks great this way.
Yeah, I mean, our original plan was black and white, but as we threw some color on it, suddenly people started to get to question.
Color always sells better anyway. So.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So we got who's this? Madeline DeBrow.
Yes.
Cool.
Yep.
So
She's she's Aiden's wife,
okay,
newly minted wife.
okay, and so she's the one who goes missing.
Yes. Yep.
Moving on, Sister Anne and Sister Dominica.
Demoniaca. She's it's like a split personality kind of character.
Okay.
She wears this mask. She wears a mask because she's had her face cut up and in an attack years earlier.
Wow.
And so she's in the nun. She's in with the nuns and trying to move on with her life. But Aiden kind of takes her under his wing and tells her that she doesn't have to be ashamed of her scars and she doesn't have to be afraid. That's going to happen again. He teaches her how to take care of herself.
Yeah, yeah. Cool. And then you got Balaam Bonnet.
Benoit.
Benoit, sorry.
Yes, that's okay. And Benoit is the king's right-hand man. So we hear a lot about the king in the story, but we don't see that much of him.
Okay.
Mostly it's Benoit following the orders and trying to get the work done. Yeah. But Benoit's getting a little on in his years and he's tired and he really doesn't want to do it anymore. So he's hard to nail down as a character. Mm-hmm. Sometimes he's dedicated to the job. Sometimes he just wants to slit somebody's throat and get it over with. So, but he's smart.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's smart and he doesn't want to. He doesn't want to waste time.
Oh, this is good. I love that each Brendan is great at these designs so that every character is distinct and
absolutely. Yeah.
They don't. I mean, this is what I like as a designer. They don't look the same. There's not a generic look in how some artists kind of draw their faces the same or their body.
Yeah.
He really has distinct looks for these characters, and you could kind of tell their personalities very well just by looking at them.
Yeah, I tell you. Yeah, we met at a signing at a comic book shop nearby, and we were talking about Road to Valhalla, and he asked me to pitch him a story, so I pitched him this story, and he got really excited about it. Went home and started sending me character sketches, and I thought, okay, well, this is fun. Let's do this.
Yeah, this is great. Great stuff. And now here's the color interiors. And these are the first 10 pages or just 10 pages?
Yeah, the first 2 pages are color, but
okay.
We just wanted to give people an idea what it would look like.
Yeah, you guys can go online and read it, but this is nice. I've mentioned a bunch of times on here that I'm colorblind, but I know how to color comics, and this is very different from what I would do, but I'm very intrigued by the colors.
Yeah.
It's a nice form. I like the lighting. I love how
a lot of people. I'm getting a lot of that kind of feedback on it. It's definitely, like I said, he's very unique. He's got his own way of doing it. His own, he's seeing it in his own way. And once he put the color on it, I liked it in the black and white, but once he put the color on it, it really, to me anyway, it really came to life. Things were more distinct.
Yeah, absolutely. I can kind of tell that. Just being an artist, I can tell there's certain pieces that were added in, drawn through color.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on one second. I don't know who asked me this, but would you guys be interested in an interview with guys that promote indies too? Send me an email. George says digging the lettering too. Yeah, I like that a lot.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. Brendan does it all. The lettering, the coloring, the inking, you name it. He does it all.
All right. Yeah, this is nice. Yeah, but I can see
Even
how the grayscale would work just as well. I mean, I don't know if it would do well with the fire here and the lighting. I mean,
right.
done, but like this, works for me.
Cool. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, it works for me. I mean, like I said, I was fine with it in black and white, but
Yeah,
then once I saw it in color, it was hard to unsee it.
yeah,
So, as far as the lettering goes too, I was really taken aback by he puts the people who are off camera talking. He puts like a little sketch of them next to the word balloon. And at first I thought, wow, that's is it going to stay there? But yeah, why not? Yeah, it works great. I would have never thought of it.
this is nice. It's definitely a digital artist, I can tell.
Yes. Yep. He's modern all the way. No AI though.
Yeah, well, I don't think an artist should be using AI to create any artwork.
Yeah, it's. I think finally the dispute on that is finally starting to go a little further the right way. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, but it was pointed out to me because listen, I talk to everybody, and obviously, an artist doesn't want generative AI, to have any work done. Me personally, I experimented with it, nothing published or anything. I just wanted to know what it was like, and I realized it's not for me. I would never create art through generative AI, you know. But I was just curious what it was about. But I know people who use it, and I know people, and I've had conversations with them about it, and they were explaining to me that this judgment that came down basically would have said something like 80 or 85% has to be man-made or whatever. uh,
Mm-hmm.
there are loopholes. That doesn't mean it has to be drawn or created that way. They could take multiple images and do a collage, and then that is the man-made aspect of it.
Right.
So I don't know if um, I don't know if that's true. I don't know how that works. I told them, listen, it's not something for me, but and let me just give you my little AI rant right now,
Sure.
because people ask me all the time my thoughts on AI. I'm not going to use it. I'm not going to use generative AI to create artwork. I don't think it should be done. I don't want to work with anybody who uses generative AI.
Mm-hmm.
All right. But all of these people who constantly are posting on social media, FAI and down with AI, I think things aren't. It's not going away.
No.
I think if you want to remove AI, we need to stop using social media, stop using our phones, stop watching streaming services because AI is all in there,
Yeah.
and it may not be generative, but it's there. And until the companies creating this see a loss in their wallet, then that's when AI will change. It's not
Yeah.
going anywhere. So there's nothing we're going to be able to do, and all this complaining and yelling about it is just creating anger and negativity out there. I say focus on the positive stuff, create great artwork, and put out great stories. And if you want to let people know you don't put AI in there, you can put in your book or on your website or what. No generative AI was used in creating this.
Sure.
I think
Yeah.
that's all you could do. I'm just tired of seeing all this negativity and anger coming out
Yeah.
about something you honestly cannot control.
Yeah. The argument seems to be never ending, and every time I think, okay, well, most people don't like it. Well, suddenly you see a lot more of it showing up.
Yeah.
So it's I don't know. I think it's a sad thing, but and I don't even like the idea of it being used to certainly not to make important decisions regarding like where you're going to send troops or when to plant in a field or something. I mean, it just seems like I don't know. There's only so much you have to program AI, and I
Yeah.
suppose the program itself can advance itself
Wait, I need my glasses.
eventually in some way. But in the end, it's no matter what somebody puts into it, and if that somebody is a prick, it's not going to help us.
Yeah. No, I agree, and I just want to go to comments. I'm not going to post anybody's email in chats. Please, you could reach out to me and we could talk. And if I get permission to share emails, I'll be happy to share emails. And I'm not going to talk about another creator on this channel right now. So if they're using AI, that's their choice. I don't knock people for doing it. Sometimes it's the only way for somebody to create artwork. But it's not. It's my personal choice to not use it. And if someone else wants to use it, that's their choice. And I will let their audience make up their mind if they want to give them money or not. That's my personal opinion on that. But I'm not going to talk about another creator. Let them make their own decisions. But let's see here. Let's get back to this. That was a long.
Yeah. Whoops.
Yeah. Sorry. And
Left
what time?
turn.
I know you got kind of an hour.
I got time. Yeah, we can keep going.
Yeah. No. I want to make sure this right here. This is great. I mean, I just love looking at this here.
Yeah. Awesome.
I love his work a lot.
Yeah, the facial expressions, like I said, the storytelling, it grabbed me right away.
Yeah. And I love, I even love something as simple as the sword here. The detail on the guard, the reflections that he used here.
Mm-hmm.
It is fantastic. Wow. I like the simplicity in the backgrounds.
Yeah, I mean, everything that I asked for in the script, he found a way to put it in there. I didn't say, oh, this angle, that angle, this thing, that thing.
Yeah.
I just threw it at him and waited to see what he would come up with, and this is what he came up with.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's take a look. What the team. So this is your team. How the money will be used. So this is Brendan.
Yep.
And is you met him? You said at kind of a local signing. So he's local to.
Yep. Yeah, he was tabling right next to us, and.
Okay. The world ends in fire. What is this? Best known for his creator-owned Maru Kiru.
Yeah, Marukari.
Kyrie?
Destroys the moon.
Yeah.
Yep. That's his own.
Yeah.
Feature. Yep.
I feel like Kaiju Fist sounds familiar to me.
Yeah, I mean, and he's all over the place with other influences. He's got stuff that he's worked on.
Yeah.
Like I said, I mean, he's a full-time artist, and and he gets it done quick.
That's great.
Yeah, he's something else. And we're publishing this through Guildworks.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, with Keith. Yep.
Cool.
And Hector.
So the deadlines, I'm just looking at this. So you're looking for an August release, which is reasonable here. May, June, Brendan will finish the remainder of the interior pages, penciling 14 and coloring the entirety of the book. Finish book sent to the printers in July. Okay, cool. So yeah, awesome.
Yeah, we're hoping, if when it gets to the goal, we can get it out before Terrificon, which is, I think, early August, maybe the first weekend of August.
I believe it is, yeah.
And we're hoping to have the book there with us. So that's the plan.
I might try to walk that show this year. I haven't been to that show in years. And I have friends doing the show, and I've been meaning to get out there. But but yeah, I just haven't gone. Usually it's money for the ticket plus hotel. It's a good 3 hour drive for me, you know.
Oh, sure. Yeah. No, that's and then staying near the hotel, staying near the casino is very expensive.
Yeah.
I live about half hour from the casino, so
Okay, so that's
I mean
not
that's
bad. Go home.
no, it's our backyard show. You know, this
Yeah.
year we got a nice batch of tables, and Panico, Luis Ramos from Panico is going to be there, and
Okay.
Keith and Hector and I and Brendan will be there.
Awesome.
Yeah, we're all going to be in our own little area, and hopefully nobody will get hurt.
Yeah. I hope to do the show next year with some of the new books that I'm putting out.
Yeah, definitely.
But I'd love to walk the show this year. This weekend, I don't know if you're gonna go to it, but the show in Danbury, Connecticut, Dragon Realm.
Brendan and I will both be there.
Oh, you have a table, or are you walking?
Yeah, we have a table.
Oh, cool. I'm gonna walk one of the days. I haven't decided which day yet, though.
Oh, all right. Well, make sure you swing by.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm looking forward to seeing you guys.
Yeah, look forward to seeing you, dude. That'd be cool.
I'm excited to you know. It was a little too late for me to get into the show, but what does it say here? Cool. You're gonna table at Terrificon. I'll see you. Oh, that's from George there. You'll see you there.
Yeah, we see George there every year. He's fantastic. He walks the floor, takes pictures with everybody. He should be the mayor of Terrificon.
Yeah, I forget to I forget to take photos. I always see like him post at the end of shows, and you know, once in a while I see him. I end up in a photo. That's great. It's good to have that. But I'm like, why aren't I taking photos?
Yeah, I get lost in it.
Commissions.
Yep. I'm looking for old issues of Savage Sword or something. I'm not thinking about taking photos when I'm there usually.
Yeah.
But George is great, and he's so good at taking those selfies. I mean, how many hours did it take to learn to do that? He's great though.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I love George. He's got some great books, and I want him to write a story for me one day. He knows the story. We got to do it.
He's a good letterer too.
Yeah, no, absolutely. When I'm ready for lettering, if I can't do it, I know who to go to. So
awesome.
Except for the manga, he told me he doesn't know how to letter manga yet, but he's going to learn.
Oh well,
right?
I believe him. I believe him.
But yeah, no, he's awesome. I love looking at his lettering. So let's take a look at what some of the rewards are here. So $4 for the digital version. So the first book is going to be 24 pages.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. $6. Oh, for print. And UK standard size. What's the difference? I forget the size difference.
I'm not exactly sure what the number is, but it's only slightly smaller.
Okay.
Like I said, this is the Monster Master one, and this is UK standard size.
Hold on, I don't have my glasses. I can't see from.
Gotcha.
Without my glasses.
I'll show you. I'll have it with me on Saturday and Sunday. So when you stop by, I can show it to you.
Oh yeah, I'll definitely stop by then. So Royal here. So cover B is $8. This is print. Cover C, and these are all Brendan's covers.
These are all Brendan's covers, yes.
Nice. I like that. And then this one, 12, you get a signed copy. 14 for signed B, and for signed C as well. And then the variant cover bundle, so you get all three for 20.
Yep.
Cool. Nice. And then the retailer package. I love when, I always say this, I love when retailer packages exist on crowdfunding. Need to get this stuff in stores.
Yeah, I've got a couple local shops that we hit regularly. And matter of fact, speaking of that, instead of doing normal updates where I just send out, emails and stuff during this Kickstarter asking for money, I'm going to be sending out like little video clips of different shops.
Yeah.
Just so people have something else other to look at,
Let's see, 90 for all the books and all prints, and then 100 for the extended library. So these are copies of your own books.
Yeah, yep. We've got yeah, I think we've each got like kind of we have a combined group, some of his books, some of my books, and then we've got Road to Valhalla, all 3 issues in there.
Yep.
We've got
Human Weapon.
oh yeah, yeah, that's the one. My thing, yeah. Martin Chase, the key holders, some old books that I had hanging around that that are. I mean, one of them is Martin Chase's. Um, it's an old style kung fu spy book.
Okay, cool. I like that. I like that stuff. And your children's book, Battle Like Grannies.
Yep, that's what Keith and I. Yep,
Nice.
teaches kids mostly about the 3 rules: self-control, self-discipline, and respect.
Nice. That's great. And then digital comic and digital artist commission. So 150, and then all gone day 1, the exclusive. Oh, that print is really nice.
Yeah.
And it's all gone. Nice though, very nice. And these are all gone now, so it doesn't matter. But you had the early.
Just that one print, yeah, just the early bird one. But we also have a Louis Ramos mini print in there, and we also have I think Keith is going to be doing some halftone ink sketches. So there's a whole bunch of add-on. Hector Rodriguez is doing some sketches.
Cool.
So yeah, there's a lot of options. If you like collecting art, I think we'll have you covered.
Yeah. I think these are great. I mean, one of the things I've always liked about let me say goodbye to Jay. Thanks for watching. He's taken off for the night. What was I going to say? No, one of the things I always like, I like your reward prices,
Thank you.
Always have, and I'm not knocking anyone who goes higher or lower than you or anything. I just think, I like to see rates that I'm like, oh, you know what? Yeah, I've dropped that without thinking. That's kind of how I feel when I look at some, like $4 for a digital print, $6 for a book. I'm like, I'd pay that in a store. You know, it's nice. I like that when I see those. But I don't knock people who go higher or lower. I'm just letting you guys know that this is just me.
Right.
Personal opinion.
Well, I was just looking at one today, done by a guy who is a pro though, but for his PDF it was $20.
How many pages though, out of curiosity?
Oh, I don't remember. I don't remember how much it was, how many pages, but $20. I mean, yeah, it's a PDF though. I mean, I don't know. To me, I maybe I'm not paying attention to the PDFs. I don't tend to read, digitally all that much.
Yeah.
So maybe that's normal.
You know what? I read a lot of digital. I will say that because especially on the Kickstarters, because of the digital stuff, I look at it by page count. Is it worth it by page count? If you're giving me 150 page graphic novel at $20, I'm all for that.
Yeah. Well, yeah. He's an amazing artist, so I'm assuming it was worth the $20. Yeah, and the book was the print edition was only like $35.
Yeah. Oh, Annibal's there. Hey, Annibal.
Annibal.
Cool. Yeah. No. This is all really good stuff here. I mean, I wish I knew what else to ask you right now because this looks fantastic, and you put out the timeline, so we already know. When everything's happening here, and
we don't have any problem hitting our marks there.
Yeah.
I think, like I said, I'm trying to tell the story in a Tarantino style, so it's gonna go forward towards the end of the story. The story starts in the middle, and it goes, forward towards chasing his wife, and there's also some flashbacks that explain to you how they got to the point where they ended up on the run.
Okay.
So and it reminds me kind of like the old 70s movies like The Duelist. I don't know if you're familiar with that one.
I've heard of it. I don't know if I've seen it. I've watched a lot of movies from that era. I don't remember crap anymore.
The early Hammer stuff. If Tarantino was able to make a movie with Hammer, in its heyday, type of thing. That's kind of what I'm going for. And it's definitely very pulp,
Yeah. And that stuff I'm a big fan of, the old pulps. I love that stuff there.
Yeah, Robert Howard and Lovecraft. I love that stuff.
Yeah. This stuff looks great, man. But I love the color pieces too. Sometimes I think it would be cool to have some pages in color, and then like the majority of the story or certain aspects of the story in the grayscale here.
Yeah, it crossed my mind to actually just have all the flashbacks in black and white and all the forward stuff in color. That had crossed my mind, but I think this time around, I think that's a storytelling tool that could be used in some way. I don't know if it, some people will just be put off by it. Hard to say. Maybe, like I said, maybe we'll just put out half some of the books in black and white. It'll be an option for people if they want them.
Hold on one second. I want to just make sure I'm on the right screen now. I'm going to turn off on here. There we are. All right.
Hey.
Let's go back to the chat. I think we got a few people. Animal says $20 for a PDF's a bit much in his opinion. And he also says the artwork looks amazing. I 100% agree, and I am now not in frame. Where do I need to go? I moved my chair. There we go. That's better. Yeah, no, this is great. How long? When does this end? I forgot to check.
April 14th, I think.
Okay. Does it say at the top?
April 13th now. There you go.
25 days to go.
Yep.
Oh, hold on one second. I'm sorry. I'm getting a phone call. Let me just do a custom. Sorry. On the air. My ringtone is the intro to Voltron, so sometimes I don't want to answer my phone and just like listening to it ring.
Goes along with the Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah. Oh, listen, I mean, Voltron, all-time favorite. I watch the DVD throughout the day when I work. So
wow.
Yeah, the story I'm doing, is influenced by the giant robot stories, Mazinger Z, Voltron, all those things. And I've showed this before, but you probably never saw it. I think it's in here. Is it? Give me a second. Let's see. No, what happened to it? I had a piece. Oh, it is there. This is pencils to a possible cover to the story that I'm doing. I don't know if you can see. I'm really trying to get that 70s like manga anime feel to it.
You're getting it, that's for sure.
Thanks. So I'm some of the designs are still changing of the humans. That's why I haven't like really drawn the book yet. But I've started it a couple of times, and I'm getting backgrounds in nature done right now. And there's it starts off on an alien planet, so some of the nature, even though it looks, you see a tree and you recognize it as a tree, it might be slightly different than what you're accustomed to seeing. So I'm just been sketching those designs out a lot right now until I say, yes, this is the look of the humans.
Well, there you go. It's constant rewriting, so to speak.
Yeah.
Or redrawing for you.
Yeah, right now it's redraw. Yeah, I have the first 20, I think, or 24 pages written, and it's supposed to be about 100 pages. Each one set up as every 20 pages will be a chapter. That's how I'm doing it right now. 100-page story, and that's it. I'll probably back it. I'll probably do a crowdfunding to back it and see what happens. But
that's the hope, right? You can at least take some of the edge off with it.
Yeah. And my little pitch for those who don't know about it, it's basically, what if the Swiss Family Robinson lived on Voltron?
Wow.
So that's kind of
got a Lost in Space flavor to it. It sounds
a little bit. Yeah, it'll be fun, but there's a lot more to it than that. So
okay, cool.
But yeah, that's kind
I
of
love that show when I was a kid, Lost in Space. And there really wasn't much to it, really. But I mean, I remember loving it as a kid. And as I got older, I checked it out again, and I just thought,
oh,
I'm not
she's
getting it.
yeah.
I think I was making up stories in my head watching the show. You know?
Well, you know, obviously, I checked it out. It played in reruns when I was a kid on whatever, you know. I don't think it was Nick at Night, but like one of those type
Right.
of channels, and I remember as a kid enjoying it. Now I can't sit through it.
No,
You know?
no. Even a documentary about it, I was like, God,
Mm.
you know, stop it.
I mean, a lot of those shows, like I'm a big Bill Bixby fan. I can't sit through My Favorite Martian anymore. You know, like, and I used to love that when I was a kid,
Mm.
and I thought that was a great show. And was his Ray? What was the guy's name? Ray, the one who played the Martian. Um,
Oh, yeah,
Ray
it's right there in front of me. I can't
yeah.
remember though.
I mean, I like
That's going
him
way
too.
back. Yeah, before
Yeah.
my time too. Yeah.
But those I watched, you know, and you know all those shows. So and I
I
think
came across a station that had old shows, and one of them was Route 66.
Route 60. Oh yeah, I know that one.
Oh, I used to love that, and I liked it, and I liked it even better. I think I came across it during COVID, so I was
Okay.
home a lot, and I ended up watching like a whole slew of them. It was cool.
Yeah,
That and Twilight Zone.
yeah, I watched that kind of
Twilight
regularly.
Zone never gets old, really.
I just finished. I hate to say it this way, not that I just finished, but it was a rewatch of the $6 Million Man on the Peacock app. So
Yeah, how'd that work?
honestly, it took me almost a year to get through season 5, but
Wow.
I just stopped to watch other things or do other things. But when I was a kid, that was like my all-time favorite show.
Yeah.
And I'm looking back at it and I'm like, I could still see how it was my favorite show as a kid. And, you know, there was a lot of enjoyment in there. But as an adult or maybe just as a creator, you start seeing how formulaic it is. And it's
Oh
like,
yeah.
okay, now when is this going to happen? And what's going to, you know,
It explains modern TV in a lot of ways, you know.
yeah,
Unfortunately.
it's still better than a lot of the stuff I watch today, you know.
Yeah.
And
I met Lee Majors in. I'm sorry. Go ahead, dude.
No. I said I'm stealing ideas from my comics now from these old shows.
Why not? Yeah, absolutely.
What
I
were
met
you-
Lee Majors at a show in Boston once. It was his second Comic-Con
Uh-huh.
that he had ever done, and he was super nice. And I made a point of going just to meet him because I saw he was there. And when I was a kid, I was really sick. I had really bad asthma and terrible allergies. I used to get like 11 shots in one arm and 13 in the other arm for my allergies once a week.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah. One day a week, I would go and get all these shots, and they would have to tell me stuff to get me to go in. Obviously, I was only like 6 years old, and they told me that the $6 Million Man had just been in here, and he got his shots, and my mom was like, "Oh, did you hear that?" You know, and so I said, "Oh, okay," and I went, you know, and I got my shots. I told him this story.
Yeah.
And he was blown away by it. He was super cool about it.
Yeah. He's someone that if he's at a show, I'd probably go to meet. I know he's not doing a lot of shows anymore.
Yeah.
The last couple that he was scheduled for, he backed out of because there was one in Pennsylvania. I was like, it's about 4 hours. I'll do the drive. I don't mind, you know. And then he canceled. I'm like, I didn't buy the tickets yet, so no big deal.
Yeah, there you go. No harm, no foul. Yeah.
It's him.
I mean, he's an older guy, no doubt. So.
Oh yeah, he's in his 80s. He's what 80? I think he's either 84 or 86. I know he's a year either younger or older than my father.
Okay.
So
Wow.
I forget which way, but yeah, he's. But yeah, no, but him, and I never say his last name correctly. It's Duncan. Is it Roger? The guy who played Zorro in the 90s.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm a huge Zorro fan, and he was, you know, one of the, I watch his show regularly. So like, you know, I know he's been on Star Trek and he was Dracula in Monster Squad and he's done other things, but
Right.
and he's, you know, and he's a pretty talented painter. But that's kind of why I want to meet him, you know, Zorro. And they
Cool.
usually go to it's one of those like retro con shows, but not retro con. But I'm looking at the time. and I think I need to let you go because I know you got stuff to do.
Yeah.
But listen, it was great chatting with you. Great learning about the Royal, and I'm gonna come and stop by your table this weekend.
Do it. I'll give you a sampler copy of the Royal, and you can see some of the other stuff we have.
Awesome. It looks like I'm going to be having to bring a lot of money to the show, though.
Well, good. I'll have all the copies of Road to Valhalla there. So.
All right. Well, John, listen, thank you for tuning in. Not tuning, for coming on. My audience, thank you guys for tuning in. I hope to have another show next week. Like I said, right now with my schedule, I will bring these to you as often as I can, but it may not be weekly. I'm going to try to start this up weekly as soon as possible again. But John, thanks for reaching out so I can share this with everyone. Good luck with the Kickstarter, and I'll do my best to share it out on my social media sites, throughout the time that it's up.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Thanks for having me on, and welcome back.
Thank you.
Good. I'm looking forward to seeing your new endeavor as well.
Oh yeah, no, me too. I'm very, it's one of those stress things. So I gotta just calm down, relax, and get crap done. That's
right. Just do it, and if it sucks, just put it on the table and revisit it tomorrow.
Exactly. All right, guys, you have a great night. Thanks for watching, whether it's now or in the future. But as of this, we are what day? March 18th, 2026, and this ends April. You said what, 13th?
Yes.
April 13th, 2026. So if you're watching in between that, go to the link in the comments or just go on to Kickstarter, type in the Royal, and you can back the book. It looks like it's going to be great.
Thank you very much.
All right.